Number 19, Debrim Ali Yanik. Number 21, Rintaro Hama. Number 45, Rino Manuel Nicolas Gutierrez. Number 80, Kore Marius Kore. The head coach is Niha Tumkaya. The referee for this match is Mr. Clifford Daipuyat. The assistant referees are Giovanni Lachica and Ian Christopher Salon. The fourth official is Jasper Hirarman. The referee assessor is Dennis Estaniel. And your match commissioner is Mr. Mark Ian Baldo. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
After a couple of weeks of lull, we are back here in the Philippines Football League, and after several months, we welcome you back to the stage that is Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex. The backdrop for this afternoon as Dynamic Herb Cebu FC hosts itong si Juan Taguig FC, the lone match of this weekend in your Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. Glad to have you join us. Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. Live po tayo, and this broadcast is brought to us of course by Matchday Media. Mapapanood po sa Facebook, sa YouTube at sa Premier Football. Moments away from the start of this match, Cebu, the Gentle Giants hosting One Taguig FC, two of the formidable clubs in the season, and it's a young season so far. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, number two in the league table with two wins, although they did drop points after a 1-0 defeat to Manila Digger FC last week, and that's why gusto nilang makabawi, and it is not going to be an easy path for them in the next 90 minutes or so, as One Taguig FC, of course, number 4 in the league table right now, also with 6 points and two wins across their record so far. And ang pinakamaganda nilang ginawa rito is the 2-1 victory over Davao Aguilas Yumak, another contender in our league, and that is of course a monumental 3 points for them early on. And of course, as far as the season is concerned, we have two rounds and we have a final series. But for now, we turn you over to the pitch as the players are officially making their way onto our center stage. Just about ready to get underway here in Cebu. Once again, Dynamic Herb Cebu FC hosting One Taguig FC. And let's take a look at the starters first for the visitors. This is One Taguig, of course, the familiar suspects. 4-4-2 sila for Coach Giovanni Villagracia. And just looking at this formation, looking at the starters, well, you have the two Satos right there. You have Junior Sam fortifying the front, a lot of substitutes who can make instant impact as well. You have the likes of Andres Aldeguer, Patrick Krog. Di pa natin sila makikita. Tingnan natin kung ipapasok sila, and Coach Giovanni will handpick them as we go along. Pero dumako muna tayo sa Dynamic Herb Cebu, the Gentle Giants, the home team. Ito ang kanilang formation. Looks like a bit more balanced doon sa gitna. It's a 3-5-2 for them. Well, Camille Amirol can slide anytime, of course, back doon sa kanyang pwesto sa likuran. But this is the combination. Zamorano Huatam and Kaito Mailand, sila yung magsasama doon sa magkabilang wing. And Abu C up front doon sa harapan. Wala si Korsame, not eligible. June Badelik also not in uniform. That's why Yusuf Cekic is the shot stopper of choice. Even Sam Strong is not in the lineup this afternoon. Just a quick check at our match officials for this afternoon. For Daypuyat is our referee, assisted by Giovanni Lachica and Ian Christopher Salon. The fourth official is Jasper Hirarman. And these referees, of course, will be assessed by Mr. Dennis Estaniel, the referee assessor. Your match commissioner is Mr. Mark Ian Paldo. And an intriguing match here at hand, of course. Cebu, sila po yung nakadilaw, nakaputi rather, by the way. Baka ma-confuse lang kayo, both of our clubs with the familiar colorway, pula at puti. And yan po ang Cebu, nakakulay white. Si Yusuf Cekic yung nakadilaw. That's why na-mention ko na merong nakadilaw. Nakapula ang Taguig FC. And that is Junior Sam. Looks like Sam will get us started here in just a few. Lots of storylines as well. Sub-storylines too. It's glad that football is back after a couple of weeks. And here we go, Junior Sam to get us all started in this match. Taguig FC playing from left to right on your screens. Sila po ang unang may hawak ng bola. Again, Taguig, sila po yung nakapula at merong navy blue na shorts. Ang Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, sila ang nakaputi. All white for Cebu. Opening minute of this match. And once again, for those of you joining us, good-sized crowd here inside Talisay, inside the Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex. And for those of you joining us online, just say hi, leave a comment, like and share our live stream. Our broadcast, of course, is delivered to us by Matchday Media. Napapanood sa Facebook, sa YouTube, and on Premier Football. Cebu is playing from right to left. Sila yung mga nakaputi. And that is the first collision of the match. Junior Sam taken down and got back up. We'll just discuss the potential strategy here, as well as ano ba yung gustong gawin ng Cebu at ng Taguig early on. And this is not the first time these two clubs have met here. Kung matatandaan niyo po, last May 12, dito rin po sa Talisay, Cebu with a 3-1 win over Taguig. Taguig gustong makabawi. That was back in the 2024 itinatawag natin transition season when we had 15 clubs. Taguig finishing 5th overall, Cebu finishing 2nd in that tournament. Now this is a brand new season for both of these clubs. Someone is down. Kaito Myland now wearing number 7. Kung matagal-tagal na kayong fan ng Cebu, naabutan nyo pa, number 47 pa yung sinusuot na numero nitong ni Kaito Myland, but now it's 7. On the turn, and Junior Sam once again taken down. Let's take a look at that once more. Trying to go direct to Sam. Di na pinadaan doon sa gitna. That's just been recovered by Amita. Mukhang si Daniel Gadya yung napituhan doon from the back. And now Junior Sam this time, medyo ininda niya. Gadya, apologetic. So doon sa 4-4-2, it's Junior Sam and itong si Omid Nazari na nasa harapan. Eric Galantes, part of the midfielders here, surprisingly, with a lot of defenders actually here for Taguig. They have a lot of depth here. They have Amarilla, they have of course Shoma Sato and Daisuke Sato. The two Satos are starting as Amita sends this one to the box. Early incursion for Taguig, but it's been foiled by Cebu. Recovered momentarily by Davao, pero mawawala. It stays with Taguig with a lot of meters won. Simon Lingbo will try to hurl this one in, pero mawawala. Early challenge here for Cebu, but they are able to withstand that challenge. First 6 minutes of the match. So far, one Taguig with control of the ball, and that is Nahuel Guillermo Amarilla, Argentine national, used to play for the second division of the Argentine League. Finds himself here in the Philippines, continuing his professional career, now 28 years of age. Lingbo. They give up a long one, but nobody home. It's going to be Yusuf Cekic to receive that. Cekic is once again part of the starting roster here for Cebu. Jack Zambrano is going to be active should he be required. Sila lang yung dalawang goalkeeper dito para sa Cebu this afternoon. And June Badelik is not in uniform. Not sure if there is an issue or it's just, a matter of rest and recovery. Tandaan natin, ang Cebu kasali rin doon sa ACL2. And now a chance here. Hoatam inside Abu C. But it's been denied by one Taguig. Good reaction so far. Unang subok dito para sa Cebu. Couple of short passes here. Omei So also involved. We also have Hiraishi and si Amita. Yan ang bumubuo dun sa apat sa gitna para sa one Taguig. But Cebu able to recover. Davao. Good control. Hindi napalakas yung kanyang second touch. Ibabalik muna sa likuran ng Cebu momentarily. As you see, Amirul patrolling the middle doon sa likod. Now they weave past some defenders. No call here. And finally, the whistle's been blown. As John Lucero it looks like the visitors will get the ball back. But for a moment, Lucero trying to weave past the defense, or I think that was Kainoa Bailey rather. Yung nga lang na out of balance, and Amita and Bailey hindi naman nagkakiskisan doon eh. They were just saying sorry to each other na rin. And now the feistiness of this match is starting to pick up in the first 9 minutes. John Lucero this time. Meron ding bumagsak para sa Taguig. Let's take a look at that. Ooh, just a collision there between Lucero and the on-rushing defender counterpart. Oh, that was Taisuke Sato, the veteran, the long-time national team player. There he is, Sato. Abusi also on your picture. Abusi wearing the captain's armband for Cebu. Chimo Zoka, Jaime Rosquillo, Victaro Hama, Marius Core, yung pong mga nabanggit ko coming off the bench. Jeremiah Borlongan, JB, also part of the substitutes here for Cebu. Kung kinakailangang ilagay ni Coach Nihat Tungkaya maya-maya. Right now it's a set piece for Cebu, and Hoatam will try to sling this one into the box. Doesn't find the target. And the ball just sails out. Although they're saying last touch on Taguig, bola mananatili sa Cebu, pero may kalayuan ito. That was Alemao who got the touch earlier. And another whistle. The bodies have been hitting the pitch here early on. Bailey on the throw-in. See if we can get a better look at this. Ayun, on the throw-in and well, that's a foul. Now back to live action here. Sinubukang mag-transition ng Taguig. But they were stopped right away by Cebu. Well, Cebu being able to control itong mga pagkakataon ng Taguig so far. And again, mabalik lang tayo nung nakaraang season, 3-1. 3-1 was the score nung tinalo ng Cebu itong One Taguig in the same venue. Something that they want to replicate. But of course, One Taguig wanting to spoil the party here at home. Good sized crowd. Naririnig nyo rin yung mga tambol dito from the fans of Cebu in Talisay. They swing it over to the other side, Dabao. One of the fullbacks here. Asahan nyo na, every time Cebu is on the offensive, ay aangat yan. And now could be a chance. But the flag was raised. Taisuke Sato holding his ground and forcing ito si Mylan to commit a foul. Hindi napigilan yung ng momentum ni Mylan yung sarili niya as he collides with Sato. So sabihin na natin 2 stops early on for Sato. And here's a look at Henry Bandiken Fong. Also a staple in the domestic club football scene here in the Philippines. Marami-raming koponan na rin na napaglaruan itong si Bandiken in purple. Ang ganda ng pagkakakontrast ng kulay ng uniform ng keeper dito ng Taguig. No? They're wearing red. Kung kakapanood nyo pa lang po, One Taguig wearing red and what looks like navy blue shorts. And then Bandiken Fong with a purple kit as the keeper. Back to the action here. And this one recovered by Bailey. It doesn't seem na nahihirapan ng Cebu na itawid ito so far. And right on cue, they transition in what could be a counter-attack. Lucero, ibibigay sa kaliwa. That's Hoatam against 2. Hoatam. But that's been stifled. 2 defenders. Does that ball stay in play? Yes, it does. Says our referee. And another scramble. Cebu with the upper hand here. You can feel the crowd get involved. Abu C unable to turn the way he wanted to. Nilayo muna. And now Huatam. Zamorano. Into the box. The scramble. Bandiken Fong is able to save it for now. 15 minutes in. The first legitimate spell for Cebu. What a wild scramble inside the box. This was Zamorano Hawatam 1-on-1 against Lingbo. Changing direction and then sending it into the box with a bit of help from the near post as well. Abu Si unable to get to that ball, and Bandiken Fong just does enough. Couple of players, or rather one player down once more. It's been that feisty here. Nabanggit nga natin, it's been 2 weeks since the PFL last saw action here. Medyo excited na rin yung mga player natin makabalik on the pitch. Dynamic Herb Cebu as we see Lingbo. Sorry, that's let's check what happened here. Amirul, and then from the back, well, slightly Hiraishi, and then whistle was already blown at that point. Onto the left wing, Taguig. Taguig naman ang susubok on the cutback. The shot! Oh, it's been deflected by Cekic. Glorious save here from the keeper. Easily could have been the opening goal here. Well, great control here initially, and then on the cutback, finally the attempt. That had power. Second chance here for Taguig as they recycle this possession, trying to make the most out of it. Dispossessed, great work from Cebu, but not enough numbers to transition just like that. And Taguig able to recover that ball. 18 minutes into this one. Once again, the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season, and the live broadcast being presented to us by Matchday Media. Live po tayo sa Facebook, sa YouTube, at sa Premier Football. Check that, just approaching the 17th minute of the match. And it is 0-0 on your screens right now. It's been action-packed, back and forth action. Pero wala pa pong nakakabutas ng ating net. What action so far early on in this match. Asahan nyo na. These are two formidable clubs going at each other. Cebu, sila po yung nakaputi. And the visiting Taguig side in red. Abusi, the intended target. Pero siya ang matatawagan rito, colliding onto the body of a defender from Taguig. Pantiken Fong goes outside of his area for now to deliver this. Should be a long ball. Galantes, Junior Sam, able to control, able to turn from distance. Hindi na naman papatinag itong si Cekic. As he stifles that one, someone down for Cebu. Nakakadalawa na ito si Junior Sam from long range. But 0 of 2 so far. Not wasting any time, just a quick turn, sets, and then fires. But Yusuf Cekic holding his own. Couple of attempts here for Taguig. We have not seen Cebu really getting a solid one, and that's Kobayashi. Masaya Kobayashi, one of the defenders here for Cebu. Bailey sends it to the middle. And unti-unti tumatawid ang Cebu. Again, doesn't seem that they have a problem getting this ball across for now. They've loaded up that middle, the midfield, 3-5-2 para kay Coach Nihat Tumkaya. But of course, a lot of versatility here for Cebu. Alam nila kung saan pupwesto, saan bababa, saan aakyat, given a specific scenario here. And now this looks promising in the attacking third for Cebu. Going to be a throw-in. And nagpwestuhan na ang mga player from both sides inside the box. Konting buelo into the box. Finds the mark. That one bounces off the crossbar. Oh, a goal line clearance of an Abusi attempt. And it's still 0-0. Taguig able to prevent disaster there. What a sequence once again. The second time that Cebu has been able to threaten, but this is forming to be a counter-attack for Taguig. Oh, but great Interception there, just altering that play was Huatam as well, and now Charles Dabao will reset the sequence for Cebu. What action we're seeing here, folks. And just the kind of action that we expected after, of course, 2 weeks. No? Na nawala tayo. Partly dahil sa bagyo, but also because it's been undas weekend para sa mga kasama natin na ginugunita yung mga namayapa nilang kamag-anak, kapamilya, kaibigan, mga kakilala. This is the lone match of this weekend in the PFL as another possible incursion for Cebu, and looks like they earned the first corner of the match. Ito yung nangyari kanina lamang. Kobayashi able to hit this with the left, but it just bounces off the yung ilalim ng crossbar, and then Abusi, even his rebound was denied. Sino ba yung nakaharang noong what was that? It looked from our angle na it was Lingbo with a goal line clearance, but it looks like Pantikan Fong able to just block that ball. Nevertheless, in swinger of a corner here for Cebu. Good height. Lucero. And still Taguig packing that danger zone. Hindi namimigay ng espasyo itong Taguig. The ball goes their way. 21st minute now. Halos na ang alahati na tayo in the first half. The Gentle Giants trying to add on to their total. 6 points for Cebu. Galing sa masakit na pagkatalo itong Cebu, losing to Manila Digger FC 1-0. We called that match along with our friend Glenn Casas. It looked from the start that Manila Digger really had that intent to upset Cebu, and that's exactly what they did. 1-0 win, the slimmest of margins, but enough for Manila Digger to place or put themselves to number 3 so far in the league table. 6 points as well for Manila Digger, 2 wins. Here's the cross. Abusi is right there. Oh, that's Myland rather. Myland. Umatras Bagya, now thought about it. Ibabalik muna nila sa gitna. Myland. Hindi makabuelo itong si Gaito Myland. That's terrific work on the defense for Juan Taguig. It's not giving the space to operate para rito sa Cebu. It's been 2 clear shots here for Taguig. Sa panig naman ng Cebu, 2 scrambles to their favor. And now someone's down here on the part of Cebu. That is Zamoranyo Watam. Well, it looks like we have transitioned already into a hydration break here. Kung makikita nyo sa inyong mga display, whether you're watching on a mobile phone or a tablet or a computer, it does look sunny and humid here in Talisay, Cebu. And that's exactly the case. Yung mga koponan natin, usually they're permitted one official hydration break each half. At tuloy-tuloy na ang football natin this entire month of November. A lot of happenings in Filipino. Hindi na sinasabi natin. Ang daming ganap ngayong Nobyembre as far as football is concerned. We also have the AFF Futsal Championship for Women. And that's happening here in the Philippines, doon sa Pasig, in the Phil Sports Arena from November 16 to 21. Panoorin natin at suportahan natin yung ating mga manlalaro dyan. Meanwhile, Rintaro Hama has checked in. He has replaced itong si Zamorano Huatam. Early change here for Cebu. 25 minutes have gone by. And moments earlier, nakita natin up close si Zamorano Huatam. He does not look good at all. He was hurt. And that's the first change for either side. So Zamorano Huatam, who's been playing that left wing for Cebu, has been brought down. And Rintaro Hama is the first change. So presumably an injury substitution here. Cebu can still make 5 changes. Rintaro Hama, isa rin sa mga tinitingnang option ng Cebu as far as their offense is concerned. 26 minutes now. So, ibabalik lang ni Nazari sa kanya. Oh, excellent back heel and the 1-2. Junior Sam. But Charles Tabao was there to deny that incursion. What a sequence there for one Taguig for a moment. Pero hindi rin naman nagpapabaya itong Cebu. Let's take a look at that once more. From the back. And then the back heel. The 1-2 connection here. Buti na lang andun si Charles Dabao. If you look at Charles Dabao, the third, and his physique, he's not the tallest player out there on the field. Pero napakalapad. You know, just have been working on that body, and as a defender, kailangan mo yun. However, a corner here for one Taguig. It's going to be Omeso. Lobs this one. And masyadong malakas. Even Cekic was unable to receive. Not that he needed to. No connection there for one Taguig. And speaking of maraming ganap, bukas yung PFF Women's Cup naman. May dalawang laro back there at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium in Manila. Another collision here, and this time itong si that looks like Amarilla, and he's signaling na to get treatment dun sa kanyang right thigh. Looks like he just took it upon himself. Nahuel Amarilla, 28 years old, is from Ushuaia, Argentina, plays center back. One of the foreigners here for one Taguig, along with Shoma Sato, along with So Ome, along with Henry Pandikenfong, and of course Junior Sam. One Taguig FC. Well, looks like this is the official hydration break. Yung kanina is just for Zamorano Huatam to be carried out of the field. Pag-usapan lang natin yung league table natin. Again, we have 10 clubs participating in the 2024-2025 season. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC so far number 2 in the league table. 2 wins for 6 points, and the loss, Stallion Laguna FC right now number 1. Perfect slate so far. 3 wins on 3 matches for Stallion Laguna, for the Horsemen, and a +8 differential as well. So 9 points for Stallion. And then one Taguig as well. Number 4 ang one Taguig so far. And that was the last collision. So one Taguig will have this ball after the hydration break. So that was Kaito Mailand, by the way, and Amarilla, who got entangled Manila Digger, arguably a surprise for them. 2 wins as well for 6 points, 3 matches played. Manila Digger sila ang tumalo dito sa Cebu. And kung may mga hinahanap kayong mga koponan, well, a bit of a surprise. Kaya FC Iloilo, the defending champions, only 4 points so far. Number 5 in the league table. 1 win and 1 draw. Sino yung nakatabla nila? Davao Aguilas UMAC, number 6 right now in the league table, also with 4 points. 3 matches for Davao Aguilas. It's a wide open race, folks, for the championship. Pero napakaaga pa ng ating season. Again, just to remind everyone of the league format ng ating torneo. We have 10 clubs and these clubs play each other twice. It's a double round elimination. So you have a total of 18 matches, a maximum of 54 points. But that's not all. The top 4 clubs will qualify for the final series. It's the first time that we have brought that back since the inaugural PFL back in 2017. So it doesn't mean na number 1 kayo, automatic champion na kayo. We still have a final series. But of course, every match counts towards your total, and of course yung mga ka-matchup mo doon sa final series. But right now, in that picture, the top 4 clubs, sila yung papasok. As we head back to the live action here, it's going to be Want the Gig to put this back into play. Shoma Sato sends a long one. All of a sudden, that ball inside Taguig's box. However, Want the Gig running out of real estate there. Yusuf Cekic has made 2 saves already in this match. Is the designated shot stopper here for the Gentle Giants. June Badelik is resting as the refs play advantage. Si Jack Sabrano yung substitute keeper dito para sa Cebu. Now someone's down here for Want the Gig once more. And Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. Huwag nating kalimutan, it's a busy stretch for them right now. Naglalaro rin yan sa ACL2, the AFC Champions League 2, kung saan nasa Group H sila. Kasama nila ang Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, Muangthong United ng Thailand, pati yung Selangor FC ng Malaysia. And so far, 1 point for Cebu in Group H. Natabla nila yung Muangthong. 2-2 was the scoreline. And speaking of Muangthong, sila rin ang maghaharap in just a few days time. Sa November 7 po yan, this coming Thursday. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, they will host itong Muangthong United, and that's at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Back to the action here, 34th minute already of the first half. 0-0 battle, but not lacking in action whatsoever. Davao. Alimao. Well, Taguig trying to force yung kanilang mga counterpart doon sa gilid. As they play advantage, I guess, Hama. Pero mawawala yung bola. And now it's been recovered. Nazari. Siya na ang magdadala. Nazari to the middle. Leaves it for Galantes. Pero naiwan talaga yung bola. And now Cebu able to take care of business. Hama ibabalik lang kay Bailey. Oh, maneuvering Bailey against one, but unable to take care of the ball. Well, luckily for Cebu, may tao doon sa likuran. Somehow this ends with Hiraishi. And now Taguig will take their time. Oh, Abu C from behind. Great effort. But someone's down for one Taguig here. I wonder if they're going to fair play this out. As Hama has been decked once more. And Charles Dabao, of course, just coming to the defense of his teammate. Ome saw. Nakaldag si Rintaro Hama doon. Chan Lucero is going to send this one presumably into the box. May kalayuan ito para sa Cebu. Pero this is a matter of positioning now. Alimao, kita nyo on your screens. Talagang siya yung pinakamatangkad na tao rito. And that's why he's been a target here. One of the center backs for Cebu. A potential target for a header. They've been trying to connect with Alimao. Noong kalaban ng Cebu yung Manila Digger. Unfortunately, unable to really find a conversion there. Here's the delivery. Into the box. And again, one Taguig forcing Cebu to really just yung kanilang momentum papapunta doon sa mga defender ng one Taguig, causing them to lose possession. Panteken taking his time here. Making the most out of this. Konting pahinga na rin para sa kanilang koponan as they try to, of course, transition from defense to offense. And now here's a long one. A wasted opportunity there. Good effort from Camille Amirol. Abu C, not enough white shirts here for Cebu. Ibabalik lang ito. Junior Sam able to control. Sam still on the cutback, and it's still Yusuf Cekic. Third save of the match. Hindi nagpapatina yung Cebu. And they transition. Myland, siya naman ang nasa kaliwa. Back to Myland. Lobs this one. Too much mustard on that one for Abu C. Pero buhay pa ito for Cebu. Here's another lob. But it's been deflected. And finally cleared out of trouble by one Taguig. We heard sa ating background, Eric Galantes has been taken out. We'll just get confirmation kung sino yung pumalit. And back to the live action here. Sato taking his time. Very deliberate for one Taguig. And again, for either squad, merong mga talagang encouraging spells para sa kanila. No? Mga pagkakataon to really put themselves in a position to score. Nakakatatlo na ang Taguig. Cebu nakakailan na rin. No conversions. Dabao aangat ulit. Hama. Ibabalik muna kay Alimao. Lucero. They swing it over to the right side. Amirul. Bola babalik sa Cebu. As that is a good look doon sa technical area ng one Taguig for some of the personnel there. Unable to control, and the whistle's been blown. At high boot. Well, here's Junior Sam. Ito yung play kanina. Junior Sam on the cutback, and then Nazari. Oh, and the finger wag here from Charles Dabao saying it's not a handball. Of course, Omid Nazari begs to disagree. But another stop by Cebu. Still 0-0 here, approaching the 40th minute. Wala pang nakakapuntos dito sa ating laro. And Charles able to collect. Ibabalik muna kay Cekic. Well, defense not a problem for Cebu. Medyo wide open yung gitna. Actually, for both sides, hindi mahirap tumawid ng gitna. Lucero. Alimao. Balik kay Lucero. And now two red shirts. Trying to bother. So, again, all over. The much taller Alimao, and for a moment, Hiraishi thought he had control, but Rintaro Hama was there to get into the path. Lucero, a long one this time. Myland, the target, but Lingbo able to deny with just one touch. Dabao wasting no time. Lucero. Cebu taking their time as well. Alimao aangat na rin. Alimao in the middle. And now Hama. Thought about it. Hama moves closer. What a deflection there. As this is going to be a corner. Sacrificing himself was Amarilla. Well, here's a look at that. Hama once more, and then just the length of Amarilla's limbs being able to bother kung anong gustong gawin ni Rintaro Hama doon. But this is another opportunity for Cebu as they have a corner kick rather. It looks like Bailey and Abusi discussing, as it looks like Bailey is going to deliver. And now Abusi, who also possesses that height, could be a potential target here. Outswinger for Kainoa Bailey. 42nd minute of the first half. 0-0. Abusi got a touch and got another. Pero wala pa rin para sa Cebu. Another encouraging sequence possession for Cebu. Just couldn't find the mark. And they will be able to recycle. Extended possession here for the Gentle Giants. Lucero. Abusi. Well, sets it up for Kainoa Bailey. But the ball just goes wild. And finally out for a goal kick for Bantecan Fong. Taguig able to finally put a stop to that. They go direct. That seems to be the play here for Coach Giovanni Villagracia, but to no avail that time. Cekic not wasting his time. Dabao, Alimao. Bothered by So momentarily, but it's back with Dabao. They go to the ground. A bit of pressure here from Taguig. Umaangat sila. That pays off. And now they retrieve the ball. Sam. Now out of balance si Junior Sam against three white shirts. A good effort for Cebu as well. About a minute left here in the first half plus added time. That, well, technically can count as a shot. Will not be of any problem here for Henry Bantecan Fong. 34 years old from Cameroon. Has played for numerous teams, numerous clubs here. Itong si Bantekin. Lucero, naagawan, Nano Amita, crafty with it. But Alimao able to send it back somehow doon sa likuran. But we have a whistle. Oh, the flag was up. Well, perhaps Abu C was out of possession. Lingbo tries to go for the through ball, but Taba was there. Nano once again, Amita with some space to operate. PPK sa gitna, so they still go to the ground. Trying to get fancy with that 1-2. 5 minutes of added time before the conclusion of the first half. So 5 more minutes of action before the conclusion of the first half. And it's still 0-0 for both of these sides. But doesn't mean na walang masyadong kaganapan rito. In fact, lots of collisions, highly physical affair so far where we have been seeing here. As Panteken will send this one sa harapan ng Taguig. The ball just sails out. It will remain with Taguig. Taguig FC, 2 wins and the loss. Tinalo nila yung Davao Aguilas. 2-1 was the score. Monumental win for them. And the whistle's blown. Minamadali ni Daniel Gadya as we have a good look at Abu C, Amirul, Kobayashi pointing na doon papuntahin sa kanan. And off they go, pero masyadong malakas yung pasa. Hindi na nahabol ni Myland. But Cebu is able to recover. Managing the clock here as well, Cebu. Here's the lob and the header, Hama. Could have gotten a deflection too. Myland trying to control this one. He does. Great control and the turn as well. Pero dalawa ang sumalubong. And now Nano is able to take control. Well, that possession ends. But on the potential counter here for Taguig, not enough numbers. And a brave effort there from Cebu para lang papuntahin yung bola sa likuran. It's trying to add more distance here for Taguig para hindi sila makakuha ng opensiba. 45 plus 3 now. About 2 more minutes of playing time here. Bailey to Lucero, but again Taguig present. Will halt the run for now. Decent sized crowd here inside the Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex. Maaagawan ng Cebu. Counter-attack time for Taguig, but they don't have enough numbers. Junior Sam nag-iisa doon sa kaliwa. Amita nearby, and now So will leave this for Lingbo. Lingbo forward, Lingbo again. It goes above the bar and out. Parang may inilista ang referee natin rito. I'm not sure if that was a booking here on the part of Cebu. Pero ayun yung tira ni Lingbo. just way above the bar. Yusuf Cekic is making sure he's active, and part of the equation here for Cebu could be the final sequence as well. Tingnan natin. Simon Lingbo, lots of space, obviously, and then ayun nga, masyadong napataas. Lots of power on that attempt. Back to the live action. Hiraishi, sa kanan naman. And that is the conclusion of the first half. Quite an anticlimactic finish so far in the first 45, as it is 0-0 for both Cebu and Taguig FC, the lone match in your Philippines Football League this weekend. Yes, we are back. Lots of action here in the first half. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC 0, Taguig FC 0. We'll bring you the halftime highlights and a lot more discussion when we return, but don't go away. We are live once again. This is the PFL Matchday Media.
The passion, the power, PFL on the right.
The passion, the power, the Philippines Football League on the rise. We are back for more action here, moments away from the start of the second half. As we bring you again, Dynamic Herb Cebu FC and One Taguig FC. Tabla po tayo after the first half, scoreless, goalless, first 45 minutes of action here. And magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat, sa lahat ng nakatutok sa ating live broadcast. Hatid sa inyo ng Matchday Media. Live po tayo sa Facebook, sa YouTube, at sa Premier Football. Some of the highlights here in the first half. Chances aplenty for both sides. Quite a wide open end-to-end match so far. Medyo bukas yung gitna, yung midfield natin. Couple of chances for Cebu. We saw early on. And then also for One Taguig, Simon Lingbo. We also had Junior Sam with 2 long-range attempts. At konti na lang, mag-uumpisa na ang ating second half. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, sila po yung nakaputi. And One Taguig FC, sila yung nakakulay pula. And a lot of action. Again, as we mentioned, itong Cebu, pinalitan si Zamorano Huatam. He did not look good. A bit of an injury, I guess. And Rintaro Hama coming up para sa kanila. Same thing with One Taguig. Itong si Eric Galantes. Siya naman ang pinalitan rin rito. And looks like a couple of changes for Cebu before the start of the second half. We saw Chimauzoka come aboard, as well as itong si number 15, that is of course Lorenzo Genko. So 2 more changes here. Marius Corre also part of the huddle. So 3 changes for Cebu as we turn the page to the second half. Looks like John Lucero is one of the guys who got replaced. And we'll just confirm kung sino pang pinalitan rito ng Cebu. It looks like Kainoa Bailey has also been replaced. Well, fittingly from a position standpoint. As we are ready to kick off second half action here. Once again, Taguig and Cebu. Rintaro Hama, who came off as a substitute, pinalitan na rin ni Marius Corre. As we look at the live action here, Gaito Milan still part of the proceedings here. So John Lucero pinagpahinga na rin. Looks like no changes here whatsoever for One Taguig. Again, sila po yung mga nakapula and that shade of dark blue on your screens. Early moments of the second half. Amirul still patrolling that back line for the Gentle Giants. As we take a look at Marius Corre for the first time, ibibigay sana kay Genko. Not quite the accurate lob from Corre, one of the staple players here for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. Mga Cebu Niños pa ang tawag sa kanila. Back when they were still carrying the corporate sponsor name na nasa harapan ng kanilang mga jersey. That is Leylam, of course. E naglalaro na si Marius Corre for Cebu. Yusuf Cekic, again the keeper of choice here for the Gentle Giants, joined by Jack Zambrano. Si Jun Badelik, pahinga muna dito. May laro pa ang Cebu sa Webes, November 7. As that is going to be an obvious foul on Daisuke Sato. Hinatak yung damit ni Gengo, and that's going to be a yellow card assessed on Sato trying to impede, of course, the path of Genko. Di hinayaang makauna. Nakita nyo ang ating referee naglilista. That is of course Mr. Clifford Daipuyat, assisted by Giovanni Lachica and Ian Christopher Salon. The fourth official is Jasper Herarman. The referee assessor Dennis Estaniel, and ang match commissioner natin, ating kaibigan si Mr. Mark Ian Baldo. So already 4 changes made by Cebu here as they're really trying to figure out paano maka-score. It's been 100 plus minutes now without a goal for Cebu. Tandaan natin, galing ang Cebu sa pagkatalo sa Manila Digger. 1-0 was the score that time around as Junior Sam comes down. This will lead to a set piece. Nano Amita, formerly of Kaya, won a championship with Kaya. He will leave it for Ome So. It's going to be So to deliver this ball. Whistle's been blown. Here we go. Into the box. Uzoka got a touch. Kore trying to chase that ball. Hinarangan lang para hindi makuha ni Hiraishi. It's going to be ball back to Cebu. First 5 minutes of the second half. And so far, Taguig with another chance. Tatakbo ngayon ng Cebu. So no more Bailey for Cebu. No more Lucero. No more Hama. Different doon sa harapan. Abusi starting this match, now joined by Uzoka, joined by Milan into the box. Could be a chance, but it's been denied. It's been stifled by Henry Bandikenfong on that run by Lorenzo Genko. Actually, an errant initially by Bandikenfong, but he does make up for it. Muntika na yun. Well, as players, sometimes you do make mistakes. You just have to, of course, make up for them. Dabao again, using that physicality and the skill at the same time to dispossess ng kanyang kalaban. But Abusi unable to take care of that ball. A bit tentative itong si Abusi. Matatandaan natin, hindi naglaro ito si Abusi against Manila Digger. Doon sa kanilang pagkatalo, 1-0 was the score against Manila Digger. Taguig will try to reset Taisuke Sato once more. They send a long one, intended for Hiraishi, but does not get there. But it's been recovered. So, Sato, susubok muli. And now Junior Sam, napapaligiran. Ito si Junior Sam. Is still able to send it across. Pero walang tao doon for Taguig. Para sumalo. Sam kontra Alemao. Chekic, but nobody else home as we have another collision in the midfield. Now for Cebu, this is a different look now. Kore trying to look for of his teammates there. Coach Nihatin Kaya, different look now. As Taguig will manage this ball from the back. And ito ang napapansin natin, hindi nila pinapadaan talaga sa gitna. They try to go direct doon sa kanilang mga forward, ang kanilang mga winger. But now Cebu, and now Abusi in the middle. That That takes a bounce. And now, Kore, a wild one. Oh, and that forces Pantic and Fong to commit. From long range, or something na kayang-kaya niya i-convert. On the control, on the first touch. Wasting no time there, saw an opening, but Henry Pantic and Fong was there. Now Nano Amita, nakikipag-unahan kay Camille Amirul. Shoulder to shoulder, and that's some words for Amita as well. At ito na, nagkainita na ang Taguig at Cebu. Simon Lingbo, part of that picture. Junior Sam, even the team manager of Cebu, Ms. Hannah Wong, and now the assistant here, Levet Oshturk. Now it seems cooler heads up prevailed here. Kay Noah Bailey, inaawat nung staff ng Cebu, and even the amiable owner of Cebu FC himself, Mr. Yur Tassi. Ito yung nangyari, and then not sure what happened here. Jack Zambrano, Simon Ningbo. Ayun, ako, binato. That's something you didn't have to do. And that's why Jack Zambrano was actually, siya na yung umawat dito kay Simon Ningbo. Bumagsak na nga itong si Nano Amita. Nabato pa ng takip ng water bottle. I think that was Jaime Rosquillo. You have to be more mature than that. And kaya nagkainitan itong Taguig tsaka Cebu. Something totally unnecessary here for the Gentle Giants. Nakuha na nga nila yung bola owing to that Camille Amirul tackle. Definitely not what you want if you're Cebu. Yes, we also have a good picture here. So some yellows here. I'm just going to assume na yellow card. Oh, it's Lucero rather. So it's not Jaime Rosquillo. John Lucero, who of course nilabas na rito. So John Lucero, siya yung nagbato ng takip ng bote, tapos binasbasan pa ng tubig itong si Nano Amita, and at kaya nagalit si Simon Lingbo. So I think it's a yellow for Lucero. Meron pang isang itinaas na yellow yung ating referee. Perhaps that's for Lingbo, we're not so sure. And the cooler heads have prevailed. Well, good of Jack Zambrano to try and intervene, and of course the team manager as well, Ms. Hannah Wong, on your screens. You also see Zamoraya Huatam. Well, it's good to see him na he's able to get up on his 2 feet. Inilabas itong si Zamoraya Huatam kanina in the first half. And now Nano Amita, Abusi, the two captains, dabbing it up. Nag-motion pa itong si Amita sa team owner ng Cebu FC, Mr. Tassi. Well, we know Nano Amita. Such a character as well. Hindi natin kilala ito si Amita as someone who's hot-headed, kapag nga hindi nila laban, nanonood rin ito ng live broadcast. Back to the action here. That of course took a considerable amount of time na idadagdag mamaya sa added time. Meanwhile, Junior Sam pointing to his knee just after the play resumed. Nagkasalubungan sila, Junior Sam and Alemao. Bit of a delayed reaction there, pero nagkasalubungan itong si Alemao. That's Junior Sam. But you've got to just commend the toughness of Junior Sam. Pinagpag niya lang. It's not easy. Ano pag leg to leg collision. Looks like Cebu will concede a corner. Pagkakataon para sa One Taguig as we approach the 1 hour mark. Speaking of bola, ang ginagamit natin dito sa Philippines Football League, it's Sports Tribe. Another corner for One Taguig. 59 minutes now. It's going to be Nano Amita to send this one in. Amita slings this one. Good height. It's poked away by Cekic. Nazari was there, but C as well. And now to Chima Uzoka, changing direction. Almost losing control. The Gentle Giants will recover. Kore. Nasa likuran itong si Kore. Doon sa kanilang current formation, Gadya, still part of the 11. It ends up with Amirul. C with a wild one. Nobody home there for Cebu. It's finally controlled by One Taguig. Amita, as you can see, wearing the captain's armband. Gadya trying to intervene and wins the ball back. Good effort by Gadya. Uzoka. Well, someone's down for Taguig. They send this one out. Pumito na yung ating referee to halt the play and needing some attention here from Taguig. And that's Nano Amita. Sato having a brief discussion with Clifford Daipuyat. And this is another lull to the action. Perhaps maidaragdag dun sa ating added time. We still have about half an hour of action here plus added time. 0-0 battle here so far between Cebu and Taguig in the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. The live broadcast, of course, is delivered to us by Matchday Media. Si Gadya at si Amita ang nagkasabitan roon. Well, not much contact. Perhaps a delayed reaction sa katawan ni Amita or from behind. Gadya might have gotten Amita from the back. So nevertheless, Cebu will retain the ball. Drop ball na lang. Yun yung mini-motion ng referee natin. It's going to be drop ball. Kanila pa rin ang bola. Pero may kalayuan ito. And now Davao. Sabi ni Clifford Daipuyat, kailangan tumalbog muna yung bola sa ating ground. There it is. Marius Kore. Nasa likuran ng bola. Now into the middle. Kore, a long one. Intended for Genko. Habulin ng bola. And they're able to retain this one. They send it into the box. But there's a defender. Kore on the second ball. Buhay pa ang possession na ito para sa Cebu. They will organize. Umakyat na ang mga player ng Cebu. Lots of white shirts up front. Into the box again. Medyo mababa ang delivery doon. Not a problem for the defender. For One Taguig. And now into the box. The cutback. C. On the sliding challenge. And now the lob inside. The header by Uzoka. Not enough force and direction there. Easy catch to make for Henry Bandikenfong. There, as you can see, clad in purple. Mistimed that one. And now Taguig, Junior Sam trying to make a connection inside the box. Nahuli lang. Tumaan lang yung bola dito kay Cekic. Going to be a goal kick here for Yusuf Cekic. Junior Sam ahead of the race against Alemao. Sinubukang papuntahin dito kay Hiraishi, but that ball just grazes the front part of the goal. Yusuf Cekic, binata lang yung bola, did not need to commit. And now 64 minutes into this one. Clock continues to tick here. We are at the Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex in Talisay, Cebu, the home of the Gentle Giants, and it's been several months since Cebu last played here. They played most of their matches here doon sa 2024 PFL season kung saan they finished in second place. Ome saw right now in a bit of trouble here. We're seeing some players warm up for Taguig. Hindi pa sila nakakapag padala ng iba pang mga substitutes here. Only one change here. Eric Galantes lang yung pinalitan back in the first half. Quincy Camerad is also in uniform. Substitute shot stopper for One Taguig. Maraming wala for One Taguig in this match, curiously. Kabilang na dyan si Yannick Tuason. Sina Custodio and even Diaz also not in action tonight. Tatakbo ang Cebu on the left hand side, but the whistle is blown. 65th minute of the match. And as we see Tando Amita down in a bit of pain, Chima Uzoka checking on his counterpart, Abusi as well. Medyo malaki na rin yung damage na natatamo nito ni Nando Amita throughout this contest. It looks like he's going to give that captain's armband to Omid Dazari. There's going to be some changes here for One Taguig. Let's also take this time to just say hi sa lahat po ng nanonood sa ating live broadcast. Again, hatid sa inyo ng Matchday Media sa atin pong Facebook at YouTube and on Premier Football. Kanina napansin natin si Gokto Demiroglu mismo nanonood. Played for Cebu, of course. Si Gentaro Miyagi also played for Cebu but now is with Manila Digger. Nag-uusap pa yan sa comment section. So now Andres Aldeguer is going to enter the field. And he is an offensive option here. Could spark life into One Taguig here. Looks like a Junior Sam has also been replaced here, and now Tsukasa Shimomura. Pero pagkakataon sa Cebu, oh, great denial on the part of the defense. Just on that slide, utilizing the length of their body frame. Lazari. So, kontra Kore, back to So. Oh, heavy on that touch. Well, good thing andun yung defender ng One Taguig. So, Tsukasa Shimomura, now part of the offensive here for One Taguig. Junior Sam, look at this. And that's how you deny that through ball para hindi makarating dun sa paroroonan. Collision here, but not really enough to merit a whistle. Shoulder to shoulder. Kore. It's with Genko. C. Inilipat sa kaliwa and now some space to operate for Cebu. The crowd is into it. 68th minute of the match. From considerable distance and now Abu C. Pandek and Fong able to keep it within the field para lang hindi sila mag-surrender ng corner kick. But that was already a save for him. Masyado nang ipit yung angulo ni Abu C that time around. Kore. Second chance here for Cebu. Into the middle they go. Abu C heavy on the second touch. And Henry Bantekenfong will take his time. Well, interestingly, both of these teams have already dropped points. One Taguig, 3 matches, only 2 wins. Same with Dynamic Herb Cebu, 3 matches and 2 wins. One Taguig losing to Stallion. Stallion Laguna FC with a 2-0 victory over One Taguig. And Stallion Laguna currently on top of the leaderboard, 3 wins in 3 matches, in as many matches. Approaching the 70th minute here, 20 more minutes. You know, as wide open as this match has been, both sides have taken care of the attacks from their opponents. Nabanggit natin, didn't feel tight from the get-go, especially doon sa midfield. End-to-end action here, chances for Cebu, chances for Taguig. But so far, 0-0 battle here. A goalless showdown so far still for both of these protagonists. Lingbo. Trying to get some breathing room as well. Dadalhin sana sa harapan. Amirol was there to bother. Collision here. They let the players continue. And this has been headed towards the way of Pantic and Fong. Still no conversions for either side. 70th minute already of the match. And again, it's been highly physical. Such a feisty contest. Sa mano pa nung panahon rito sa Cebu, which has been it's hot and humid. So taking into consideration all those factors, I'm quite sure after this match, as we see Shoma Sato get back up, mapapa-ice bath itong mga player natin for sure after this. And lots of physical contact as well. Shoma Sato from Japan, 25 years of age, is from Yamagata. Ito naman si Daisuke Sato, who is a national team mainstay, has played, for quite a decade. Back and forth we go. That ball just ping-pongs and somehow ends up with Cebu. And again, maluwag pa rin yung gitna rito. That's been the complexity of this match. C recovers. Abu C, iaangat. Punta kay Chino Izoka. Not able to really get a solid second touch. And now they scramble for possession once more. Cebu with Taguig. It's with Taguig. Not enough numbers. It's going to be an obvious foul on Marius Core. Oh, they take it quickly. Pagkakataon dito for One Taguig. Here's the lob and the header. But that one unable to penetrate still. help from the goal frame here, and finally a whistle will send the ball back to Cebu. Almost had it. A bit of a confusion here for Cebu. They stopped playing for a split second. And Chukasa sends it for Hiraishi. Oh, that one just bounces. That goalpost is not a friend here for Taguig. Twice now. But check that sa Cebu nung una. And now for Taguig, that particular goalpost for either side has not been a friend so far in this one. 74 minutes now. Another chance here for Taguig. They tried to send it into the box, but a lot of white shirts. Hiraishi leaves it for his teammate, but an easy capture to make for Yusuf Cekic. And Cekic trying to restore order here for Cebu, taking their time. For if this trend continues, as we see a turn here from Kore, if this continues, then it's going to be, of course, 1 point each for Cebu and Taguig doon sa ating league table. That's something that both sides don't want. Siyempre, gusto nila maka 3 points doon sa standings. Again, if this continues, only if it does, we still have 15 minutes. There's plenty of added time for sure. Kore taken down. It will remain with the Gentle Giants. As you can see, gabi na rin dito sa Cebu. Mas mabilis ng mag-sunset, no? Kasi it's almost holiday season. We'll get used to this kind of climate kung saan wala pang alas 6 ang dilim na. Saan mang panig ng Pilipinas, as this Maria sends it back to the middle. So, loses that one. May halong pagmamadali. Abusi unable to connect. Amirul. Ball has been headed twice. The physical challenge there will lead to a yellow. Was that on the Cosme? Let's take a look at this one more time. Genko, definitely a dangerous approach there from Joshua Dutosme. Yung high boot. Kung napuruhan pa yung nasa harapan niya, could have been worse. Now chance of Let's Go CFC, Cebu FC. Gaito Milan. It's been a while since we last really mentioned his name. But Gaito Milan still part of the 11 for Cebu. Opportunity here for the Gentle Giants. But before that, another change. So David Gadya, KB Borlongan, one of the fan darlings here, the favorites. So JB, so it could be that JB takes that spot on the left wing, and then Milan on the opposite. Meanwhile, across from Taguig, it's been foiled. Second chance. Denied as well on the third ball. May halong gigil rito, and that's been sent to the skies. Not a problem for Cebu. 77 minutes now. 13 more. Plus change. Cebu will once again build from the back. So more offensive options here for Coach Dihat Tungkaya. JB Borlongan. Although Daniel Gadya, of course, towards the earlier parts of his career as a football player, Alam natin na umaangat din ito papunta sa harap, but now more of a holding midfielder here for Cebu. That's been his role. Meanwhile, mawawala for Cebu. Pagkakataon for Taguig. Easy touch there, Tsukasa. Shimomura unable to really get a volley of that ball, but Taguig will recycle. Punta naman sa kabila. Nazari. Medyo matras na rin ito si Nazari after Amita went down. He's now more of in that middle. Sato. Hinahabol ni Mylan. Quick change in direction. And now evades two. Sato continues to maneuver. Sends it to the middle. A chance now for Taguig. At hindi tatawagan yan. Hiraishi. Out of balance. Sato still. And now into the box. Sato. That's been denied. Yusuf Cekic once more. Tuloy-tuloy tayo rito. Could be a counter for Cebu. Charles Zabao III. Nagmamadali. Naghahanap. Into the open field. And that will be collected by Pandik and Pong. Much to the dismay of the fans here inside the Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex. As we close in on the 80th minute of this match, and parehas na koponan natin naghahanap pa rin ng opening goal. And dito, of course, this is where the fatigue starts to set in for both of our sides. You can expect them to manage the clock a little bit more. Amirul. Myland looks left, decides to go right. Mylan again. One-on-one. Amirul. Umangat na rin dito si Camille Amirul. A quick burst of speed here. Amirul tried to leave that for one of the forwards, but to no avail. And now chance for Taguig. Not enough numbers here, but there is space. That will be foiled. Good effort from Cebu. They did have a lot of white shirts inside the area. So, a bit low on that delivery. And right on cue, Cebu takes care of it. Quick counter perhaps. JB rushing to meet that ball, and he does. What about it? Borlonga now into the box. Mababa rin yung pasa. But Abusi was there. Abusi. Still nothing here for Cebu as well. 81 minutes now in what has been a frenetic pace here for the Gentle Giants and the visitors from Taguig. And still no conversions for both. There is a chance that they might end up sharing the spoils here. 1 point each. Chima trying to attend to that, does not get there in time. And now Abusi sends it to nobody. Chima Uzoka himself a bit surprised by the approach. As Amarilla went down momentarily. Nagmamadali ng konti itong Cebu. But it's just going to be Henry Bantic and Fong to put this one back into play. '82nd minute now. Naririnig nyo yung Ultra Sugbu, part of the crowd here, the good-sized crowd inside our venue. Again, it's been several months since Cebu last played here. And quite the contrasting result, the scoreline so far. Nagkaharap na ang Cebu at Taguig rito. And the last time na nagkaharap sila, it was a 3-1 victory for Cebu. Not the case right now. Nowhere close that scoreline. Ibabalik muna nila sa likuran. Yusuf Cekic has done a remarkable job so far. 83rd minute now. The clock continues to tick here for both teams. Kore. Oh, he's been checked by So. And the through ball could turn into something here. Is this a dummy play? The shot! Oh, it's been denied still! Sparkled on the last line of defense. Crucial stop for Cebu. Hiraishi. Almost, but still not quite there for Taguig as Lazari sends this one out. That ends the sequence of possession. Tingnan natin ito. Ang ganda ng through ball doon ni So. Aldeguer was there. And the shot, hindi na si Cekic yung nag-deny doon. It was one of the defenders for Cebu. Almost a goal line clearance there. And I think that's Alimao. And being commended here by Cekic. Still a clean sheet for Cekic with some help. But that's how football is. It's a team sport. It's a team game. And individually, Tabao, Alimao, Cekic, some of the standouts here for Cebu. Without question.
Substitution for one Taguig FC.
Another change here made by Taguig. So now Hiraishi. Gavin wins.
Player number 15. So Omai replaced by player number 20.
And So
Peter Sorensen, Nergard.
Peter Nergard. So a couple of midfielders here put by Taguig into action. Yan ang mga binunot ni Coach Giovanni Villagracia as this is turning into a counter for Taguig. Not quite the cutback you wanted. It will remain with the Gentle Giants on a throw-in. A bit of defensive-mindedness na rin rito sa panig ng Taguig. But still, they have the likes of Andres Aldeguer and Tsukasa Shimomura. Marami pang pwede mangyari rito. The lob inside. And Bantaken Fong was there to collect. Sinubukan pang habulin ni Gaito Myland. "86 minutes now. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC hosting one Taguig, and it's been a goalless showdown so far. Not in any way lacking the excitement and the intensity. That ball goes straight to the midst of Cekic, but looks like there's a foul. Yellow card. Ayun na nga, Andres Aldeguer will get one Taguig into a precarious spot to try and score. But Alimao did not have to do that. Hinawi yung mukha nitong ni Andres Aldeguer. Well, he was already ahead of that foot race. Tingnan ulit natin ito. They played a direct long ball. Well, he was already ahead of Aldeguer. And he was, again, yung motion niya just to try and feel sino yung nasa likuran, napasama pa. Of course, in other sports, for example, basketball, kapag nagba-box out ka, ganyan din yung motion na ginagawa mo sa mga braso mo. Similar to what Alimao did. And unfortunately, Daniel Alimao natawagan. This is a considerable distance for one Taguig, but it's also dangerous. Yusuf Cekic making some last-second instructions sa mga kakampi niya. Shimomura sends this one, but it goes out. Bola balik sa Cebu. Time continues to run out for either side. Yusuf Cekic has not conceded. Has been quite calm and composed throughout. Genko with a recovery. Babalik muna kay Cekic. That looked a bit slow. Buti na lang nakakuha ni Cekic. And now Borlongan. And here's the burst of speed. Going to his left. That's deflected. Throw in Cebu. No, corner rather. Taken short. 89th minute already. Here's the line. There's still no conversion for Cebu. Trying to target either Alimao and Abusi. The defenders holding their ground here. One Taguig. Kore, this had good height. And then Alimao got a touch. But two defenders there for Taguig sacrificing themselves to prevent any conversion. And right now, as we take a look at this one once more, papalayo for Alimao. Shoma Sato in the thick of things. And now Henry Bantek and Fong, meron siyang tinuturo dun sa kanyang kaliwang kamay, and that's why they have to treat this for now. Our referee Clifford Daipuya just checking, just to make sure this is not a case of too much time wasting as well. Well, after this, it's going to be one Taguig with possession. Well, sequence camera lang yung isa pang goalkeeper dito para sa one Taguig. It doesn't really look like he needs to be called to action. Pero may ininda rito si Henry Bantikenfong. Made a lot of good effort plays as well throughout the course of this contest.
Additional playing time, 9 minutes.
And we just got confirmation. There'll be a lot more added time here. I believe it's 9 minutes if we heard that correctly. We'll just confirm. It's already been announced here at the stadium. Ang dami ring stoppages dito sa ating second half. Sato, Gavin, Amarilla. One Taguig will manage this possession. Unti-unti, and now Tsukasa. Shimomura sends it to the left or the right wing rather. And a collision inside. Pero masyado na ring malayo yung bola. Not a good angle to meet another player from Taguig. There it is, 9 plus 9. 9 minutes of added time. A lot of time left. This is a good window for either team to score. The way this match has been wide open, I'm actually quite surprised na, at least from a defensive standpoint, di pa nag-tighten up parehas na koponan. We could at least could have expected them to force the players to the sides, try to trap them, but that has not been the case. It's really been that end-to-end wide open action here. And that's just the contrast in the styles of play as well. There are really matchups like this. minutes. We have entered perhaps the third minute of added time already. Kore wins that possession back. Amirul. Myland. Waited for that defender for a couple of seconds. Genko. Ibibigay sa kanan. Amirul. Balik dito kay Myland. That's been the three-man connection. And now Myland sends one into the box. Hinahabol ni Borlongan. Buhay pa ito for Cebu. Borlong kontra Lingbo. Borlongan to his right. Borlongan. Ibabalik muna kay Myland. Balik kay Amirul. Entering the 4th minute of stoppage time. About 5 more minutes more. And that collected by Pantic and Fong looked like a pass at first. Nasobrahan sa pectus for Gaito Myland. Fong targeting one of his teammates, Aldeguer. Pero si Aldeguer ang napituhan. Possession still with Cebu. Uzoka actually missed that ball. Abusi tried to salvage the play. Tuloy-tuloy tayo rito. Aldeguer, it's a foot race between him and Charles Dabao, who gets the better and sends it back. Transition rito ang Cebu. Lots of time. Borlongan into the box. Someone's down. And even that has been collected by Bantic and Fong. Kung napalakas lang yun, could have been offside too. Or own goal rather. Scramble in the middle, won by Kore. Kore from way out. And that forces Bantic and Fong to commit. It could have been wide anyway, but Bantic and Fong chooses to commit. And again, that left hand, mayroong konting problema rito for Bantic and Fong. Maagrabyado pa ata. Well, past couple of minutes to say the least, and we still have about 4 more minutes before the conclusion, before we hear the final whistle. Bantic and Fong will get some treatment. This was the shot from distance. Well, it looked like it was going wide to the left from that angle, but nevertheless, Henry Bantic and Fong, not taking any chances, decided to commit and save. 0-0 between Cebu and Taguig. And tuloy-tuloy po ang ating football action in the local scene here. Bukas po yung mga kababaihan naman, the PFF Women's Cup returns sa Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. And also later this month, the Philippines is hosting the first ever AFF, well, not the first ever, but the AFF or the ASEAN Women's Futsal Championship 2024. Mangyayari po yan sa Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, November 16 to November 21. Ang inyo pong Pinay 5 part, of course, of that competition. And magandang paghahanda na rin ito sa Pilipinas dahil next year naman is the first ever FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. And that will happen in November 2025. So this is a good test for the Philippines and the women's futsal national team. Hindi lang to see how ready they are as far as the competition is concerned, but also yung Pilipinas rin, the hosting capabilities. Matitingnan rin. Again, the ASEAN Women's Futsal Championship 2024 will be held at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City from November 16 to 21, 2024. Kabilang na dyan, bukod sa Pilipinas, Indonesia, Thailand, Myanmar, and Vietnam. So 5 countries. of course, in Southeast Asia. And kung nasa Metro Manila kayo, sa Ultra, that will be the venue. Kung maalala nyo, we had that Tri-Nation Invitational Futsal Tournament na nangyari naman doon sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium. They had Indonesia, they had New Zealand. Back to the action here. That's about 8 more minutes. Or rather, 8 minutes have gone by, about a minute more. Unable to turn. Scramble for the ball. It ends up with Taguig. They try to clear hurriedly. But Kore gets in the picture. And now Cebu. But JB Panlongan running out of real estate to try and salvage control. And Henry Bandiken Fong, of course, will be wise to try and milk the clock. So perhaps dadagdagan pa ng konting minuto ito, konting segundo ni referee Clifford Taipuyat because Bandiken Fong had some treatment. Controlled by Milan against 2 and finally loses it to Shoma. Nazari collides with Kore. Tuloy-tuloy tayo rito. Juan Taguig, naghahanap rin ng isa. Deep stages of this one in what has been a 0-0 showdown. Babalik ulit sa gitna ng Cebu. It's just been cleared by Taguig. Abu C has played the entirety of this contest. Now Bandiken Fong sends it the other way. Juan Taguig will invite Cebu to press dahil nauubos na rin ang oras rito para sa Cebu as they want to somehow magically turn a point into 3. Kore in the middle looking for Abu C. Ito na, medyo sumikip na rin yung depensa rito ng Juan Taguig. Amirul, hinahabol yung bola. This could be the final sequence of the match. Kore leaves it for Cekic. Cekic telling everyone to come forward as he is about to send this one. A long ball. See, Uzoka. Uzoka. A bit of opening for a moment, but the defense was there. Is scoring still in the intent of Taguig? Makikita natin. And that's a foul. So this match continues. Nazari. This could be the final possession of the match. As everyone here inside the venue anxious to find out anong mangyayari. The delivery into the box. Thwarted by Cebu. Tatakbo ngayon ang Cebu. Amirul. Sending a long pass. Genko unable to attend. End-to-end action still. Kobayashi. And finally, Bandiken Fong. A lot of leeway here being provided by referee Clifford Taipuyat. Muens. Left wing. Kevin. Bibigay sa kabila. Pero masyadong malayo para kay Shimomura. been about 12, 13 minutes already into added time. Pero lahat ng ito, of course, kalkulado ni referee Clifford ay puyat. Maaalala natin, Bantic and Fong getting some treatment dun sa kanyang kaliwang kamay. Well into stoppage time. Cebu winning a few meters here as this ball is now in the middle. They target itong si Kore. Or Abu C rather. And now some room here. Abu C trying to send that one to Myland. Somehow it ends up with Aldeguer. And Yusuf Cekic keeps it in play with time running out. And again, egging itong Cebu to come forward. As there is not much of a window here. Porlongan keeps it alive. But the whistle. And that's the final whistle. The confirmation. It's an anticlimactic finish here. They played over 103 minutes to say the least. But neither side will score. They share the spoils here. 1 point to the league table for both Cebu and Taguig. And that's the confirmation from the stadium announcer. A 0-0 battle here in Talisay. As we take a look at some of the highlights of this match. Dynamic Herb Cebu in the first match they played here after several months. And one Taguig, of course, the visitors just bringing it to them. Kainoa Bailey, one of the, players who started this match for Cebu, along with the likes of Zamorano Huatam, along with John Lucero. And again, throughout the course of the first half, it was wide open for Cebu and for Taguig. Not much activity happening in the middle. Instead, chances were aplenty for both Cebu and Taguig dun sa kanilang magkabilang dulo. A lot of the action transpiring the attacking third. Here's one, Zamorano Huatam changing direction, and then a scramble there. That goal post, not a friend for Cebu, neither was it for Taguig. And then ito namang si Junior Sam, dalawang beses nakakuha rin ng pagkakataon to score. One, he left it for one of his teammates, and then the other, he took the matter upon his own hands to try and score. Pero wala pa rin. And then a lot of opportunities again. That time was Kobayashi, pero nadepensahan pa rin. Even Abu C got into the picture, pero wala. And then Taro Hama came in as an early substitute for Zamorano Huatam because he had some problems. And also Simon Lingbo, that was the last legitimate attempt of the first half. And then came the second half, more action here. It got feisty. Well, it had been feisty for 100 minutes or so. Marius Core from way out. Well, can't score from there, forcing Henry Pantic and Fong to commit. Well, if anything, both Pantic and Fong and Yusuf Cekic, both of them spectacular performances for as far as shot stopping is concerned, and just the generalship of their area. And then later on, Chima Uzoka, that downward header, not enough. Junior Sam played a lot of minutes as well before being taken out in about the 70th minute. And then there were just plenty of sequences where they could have created legitimate shots for themselves, talking about both Cebu and Taguig. But in the end, they shared the spoils here as scoreless. And that was what I was saying. Hindi pa rin naging mabait yung near post dito para sa One Taguig. A couple of more opportunities inside the box. Deflected by Alimao that time around. Could have been, the stoppage of the match, if you'd ask me. And that is the final. It is 0-0 for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC and One Taguig FC here at the dynamic Herb Romeo Sports Complex in Talisay, Cebu. And we thank you all for joining us in an afternoon, now an evening, full of football action. This is the Philippines Football League 2024-2025 season. At sa lahat ng bumubuo ng Match Day Media, this has been Levi Verora on the call saying, wherever you are, wherever you're from, we'll see you at the games. The passion, the power, this is the Philippines Football League on the rise. See you and good night.